Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Big Bear and today I'm bringing you a new cheat engine table for the game called Story of Season from Bazaar. Okay, this video I'm gonna talk about how to use this table. See, this is quite a big one. Just at any of my recent table, you might need to get the password by watching this video. You don't need to watch the full video to get to see the password, but it should show it up in maybe 1 or 2 minutes, and you should see it somewhere kind of like on top of the screen somewhere over here. All right, watching that, and other than that, now let's get started. Activate the table. You're gonna see my presentation, and then input a password. It's gonna kind of like open the table for you. If you do not like watching stuff, you can always buy my patron sub for the access to all my table with the password and everything. Okay, and in this one right here I had a link to the instructional video, just in case, like, when you try to use some script it's not working like as intended. You can always go to this video and see the instruction. You can also contact me from my Discord right here. And last but not least, if you like my content, please help me by subscribe to my channel and like this video. Okay, thank you so much. Now let's get started. First, I'll activate the master script here. You're gonna see stuff right here. Now we're gonna have some script. I'm gonna start with the easy fish because it's very straightforward. Activate that one, and then like when you get in here, it's faster for you to hooking some fish in here. The game has a few seconds of checking, so you will not get instant catch, but you see it's gonna be like catching constantly, like periodically, something like this. Okay, so again, let's wait a little bit, and real end, you see a lot of thing here, right? Time going down. Let's hit one, and all of them go down. Now I got a fish. So that is the easy fish script right there. I saw the game that they have a check about like can fish, I cannot fish. So if you go to the game at the point that there's some spot that normally you can fish, and then somehow you cannot fish anymore, let me know about that. I can always make a script to make it like always be able to fish. Okay, and next one, we go to the affection gifting control. For this one right here, I'm going to activate that one, and you see it's not updating anything. The part is all the question mark stuff like that, right? It's very simple. You can talk to anybody, or you can just go to this one right here and click on any of them, and you're going to see it updating over here. Now this is not the information about like like the character in here that we're talking about. This one right here is just a rule, or kind of like, for example, how many times that you can talk to some people per day. And I can put this to like 999, and you can keep talking to the same people to increasing their affection to you. You can also changing the value of those affection by changing this value over here. So very straightforward, right? Let's say I think I remember this guy house. Okay, we about this much, right? Let's go to find him. I you know what, this game not for me. All right, let's go find the guy. Let's see. I think his house is here. Yeah. All right. Now let's say when I talk to him, and come on, talk. Okay, you see his heart level is like this, right? I'm talking with him right here, going up a little bit, and you see that it's going up, right? Now let's say normally if I talk to him again, nothing should go up, but because I changed the talk count max to like very big number, and let's say we're gonna talk with him, let's say talk normal, and this is talk per day. Like this, I'm going to change this one to a really big number, and when I talk with him again, and you see that the heart going up to the max level. It's locked right now, so you need to do some, I think, some event in the game to unlock it before you can move to the next heart level. Okay, so that's how you use the script right here. Let's go up, and we go back to our farm. First of all, we had a time control in here. When you click on this one, a lot of time it might not be updated right away. All you need to do is just press escape. Okay, kind of pause the game, and then the pointer will be updated for you. We had like time stop right here. If you enable it, the time will not moving anymore. I do not like that because like sometimes when you instead of changing this value over here that you do disable the script, it might cause some glitch, but I still put it there. Again, if you don't watch the video, you might have a problem with that. Haha, sorry about it. What you can do eventually, like just change this number. If you want a time go faster, you put it like a bigger number, and you see my time right here go faster. Let's put it like double this amount, and you're gonna see that moving like crazy. When I put it to 1, it's not really moving. So the smaller number, the slower the farm, the time around you're gonna flow, right? And where am I? Right here. I need to go back to my farm before I can show you other script. Okay, let's jump over there. There we go. Let's go back to the farm. I had a player control over here. For this one, you need to jump and it's going to update the value for you. I think we can edit the walk and run speed. See it run much faster. You decide what you want to do in here, okay? There's a lot of value and I'm not really like knowing all that. I just put in here for you to explore. All right, let's move that way. Now we go to the animal control first. This one is quite straightforward. So you need to go to the farm in here, and then you need to talk to this bar. Okay, so view the bar, and if you want to update anything about your animal, just click on their name tag right here, and you see it on the screen. On my stuff over here, right? This is name. Let's see if we can move a little bit. Not really higher. There we go. So you see that the name of the animal right here, when I click on it, updating the name right here, right? And when you open the data over here, that you can see whatever information that you have over here, like they're very straightforward to begin with. That should be it for the animal right here. Again, there's a lot of pointer right here for you to explore. Okay, and last but not least, I think this is the most exciting script. It's quite complicated. Okay, so this is the Windmill Control. This one will not update until you start you unlocking your windmill. Right, let's go there. It's basically the crafting stuff for this game. When you click on this one, and you can click on any recipe over here, it's gonna update that one. So I'm gonna pick one recipe right here, right? And this one is fertilizer, and you can see that to make the fertilizer you need wheat, okay? And then we have some crafting item IDs over here, whatever it is, and we have some time. So if you do not put the time to 0, okay, you must put it to at least 1. Yeah, if you put 0, it might crash the game. Just put it 1, right? Can only be craft 1, and some item can only be craft once, like the windmill 10 right here. Okay, so I don't think you should change this one. I just put it there again for whatever people to do playing around with it. I don't care. I think there's something wrong with this one. Right, there we go. All right, so you do not really need to mess up with the crafting item ID over here. All you need is kind of like take a look in there, and let's say item list. What do we have in here? Okay, we have a bunch of stuff right here. So for example, when you click on a different recipe, you're gonna see that the thing over here gonna change. Thing that you can control in here that I highly recommend it, gonna be like the output item over here. Now let's say do not try to craft any tool. You can't. When you double click on this one, you're gonna see a drop list, and eventually it have all the item in the game. So you eventually you can craft the tools right to your max level, but that's gonna create a glitch that you will be it show up the animation of like picking up the item, but the item will never be taken out of the windmill. Okay, so be careful. I put a very big notification right here. Do not try to grab any tools. If you want to try, I'm not stopping you. You want to see what's going on over there. But anyway, so first of all, you can change the output item to anything in the game, basically. Okay, and then you're gonna go to grab requirement control. We have quantity, so I can change the quantity to 1. Now let's say you might have up to like 5 items that you can put in here, right? You can zero them out, so that way you don't need anything else over here. But you need at least 1. Okay, if you put everything to 0, it's gonna crash the game. Okay, at least 1 over here. And then for example, this one right here, you might, let's say it had like 4 items, right? I'm just gonna put it to 0 right here. There should be a 0. All right, the first unknown. Yeah, the first unknown. You just pull all the way up. Okay, you're gonna see like 3 unknown on a drop down list. Do only one, the first one, the first unknown, and I'm gonna change everything in here. Okay, everything to unknown. Let's see, I'm having some lumber over here, so let's change this stone. This one so you can see here. I'm going to change the first requirement from stone to lumber. Right here, just like that. And I'm going to zero out everything beside the very first one right here. And switching the recipe, going back here now, the item needed for the windmill 10 gonna be only the lumber. I'm gonna change the time to crafting this thing to like 1, and then let's say I'm gonna change the output to, do we have some cake in here? Yeah, we have some cake, chocolate cake. Okay, on my game you see that it's still the windmill 10, but when I switching the recipe, now I have a lumber turned into a chocolate cake. The time is like very fast, so let's try to craft it where the, I think it's enter. I don't have enough item for now. Let's go out and back and in. Wait, I'm moving too fast. Let me change my player stuff. And here, jump and 5, 1, go back in here. So the thing turned into this one right now. I'm just gonna need to grab it. There we go, and I need to pick out the lock right there, make it, and instantly done. You can pick it up over here. Sorry, here, and there we go. Now I have a cake. Right, instead of the windmill 10 or whatever. So be careful when you're changing stuff. It might crash the game. Just play around with it. But yes, as you can see, I have the cake in here. And that should be it for this video. Everything about this table. Thank you for watching. If you have any question, again, you can always leave me a comment for this video, or like just go to the link to my Discord right here, activate this link, this script, and they're gonna bring you to my Discord. Okay, anyway, thank you again. I'll see you later.